good, YouTube? It's your boy the fourth Ken, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a very simple haircut. It's basically an undercut with, no C-cups. So right now we're combing his hair out to, uplift all the curls. As you can see, his hair is very curly. So, with curly hair, you want to comb it out. With any hair, you just want to comb it out, lay it on in place. And we're going to grab our Babyliss FX clippers, and we're going to close the lever with our 2-guard, and we're going to go with the green. Now when someone's woofing, you don't want to go in with your usual process because you want to be safe, because cowlicks can form when someone woofs, light spots, because if someone's not combing their hair regularly, inconsistencies can form in the hair growth patterns. So that's what we did. We combed through his whole hair, and right now we're taking his hair down with the 2-guard, and we're going with the green all around his head. And on his hairline, you'll notice that he has a tricky cowlick pattern, but you'll see how I address that when I shape it up. So once you have everything at an even length, I'm going to start with my first guideline to start the fade. And with this, I'm going to be using my Babyliss FX, and my clipper blade is closed. So we're going to follow that around, all around his head. He does have like a lump in the back of his head, like a skin lump, and we're going to drop it down just below that. Because if we take it up above that, it's going to look as if the fade's way too high, and it's not going to complement his head shape well. So you want to drop it just a little bit towards the back, and you'll see how I do that right here. I do it right under it so that when we blend it up, it'll be nice and easy. We won't have to work through that spot. It'll blend right in. And now I take my trimmers. You want to take any kind of trimmers that you may have. You want to make sure they're not too sharp. These are my pairs that aren't crazy sharp. And just remove that hair at the bottom. Next, you're going to want to grab your 2-guard with the lever closed and go all the way up to, where the hair separates into the long hair. And what this is doing is just removing the bulk. This is going to be the highest guard that we're going to use. So after this is basically everything below that. So you won't have to worry about, grabbing your 2-guard again. Now I have my lever open with my Babyliss FX, and I'm going up about 1 inch. I'm giving significant room in the fade so that it's a nice transition, and that is not like a forced fade and it's no transition, no blend. You want it to be a blend. Right here I switched to my surgicals, mainly because I wanted to use them for the video, because I feel like they blend better than the Babyliss, especially on this texture, on this texture, and also African American texture. I feel like it blends the hair way better and easier. It cuts my fade time in half. I can fade way faster with it. So I just set in my first guideline with the Babyliss, and then we're going to use this to continue to fade. So I had my lever closed at first, and then I gradually opened it to halfway, and now we're trying to get that bottom guideline out. So right here, we grab our 1-guard and we close the lever completely, and we go up about another 1 inch. And then right above that, you're gonna wanna open your lever, but you can only complete this step if you have the surgical blade, because the regular blade probably won't fade it that easily. You'll probably have to close the lever all the way up. And then we switch back to our Babyliss, and this is our 1.5 guard, and it's completely closed, and we're going all the way up to where his hair separates into the long hair. So right here I still have my surgical blade, and I put my 0 guard, and and the lever is completely closed, but as I go up, I'm opening it gradually. And this is gonna basically knock that bottom line out, but you're still gonna have to go in and do some detail work, as you'll see me do. But this pretty much gets the job done. You know, we're still gonna go back in with our lever open, but for right now, you know, you wanna use your 0 guard or your half guard. Preferably, I like the 0 guard when it comes to this texture of hair, just because it shreds through more easily. Right here, I grab my 1 guard just to do some detail work on this side before I go back in with my 0. So like I said, you're gonna wanna grab your lever open with whatever clipper you're using. I'm using a surgical with lever open because it's easy. I barely even have to close it just because it's equivalent to like the battleless with the lever halfway. It just cuts so short, you know what I'm saying? So it gets the job done. But we're just detailing the fade before we start the other side, and I'm gonna let you guys watch me do the other side. So as you can see, when I turn his head, he has that cowlick on that one side. So I'm just combing through, preparing to taper his hairline, to take it down just a little bit, nothing too crazy. So I believe this is my 1.5 guard with the lever closed, and I'm just taking that hair down, being careful of the cowlick though. And then I switch to my 1 guard, opening and closing the lever, taking it down with the grain. And a lot of y'all asking me what shampoo I use. It really doesn't matter, like it's just shampoo. Like I use mint shampoo. It really doesn't. You can buy dollar store shampoo, it'll do the exact same thing. I rub his skin with alcohol, then I spray some hairspray just to lock those hairs in place, and now I'm blow drying it. But something you want to do is wipe that hairspray away, because some residue and gunk can get on the skin from the hairspray. You know, there's a lot of chemicals in a hairspray, so it can get all gunky on his skin. Now we're about to shape him up, and I have his head angled a certain way, so it may look crooked as I'm shaping him up, but I promise you it's not. You know how much I value symmetry. When I was looking at him on the dead arm view, it was straight, but you'll see, even at the end it's straight. But like as I was reviewing the footage right here, it looks like I'm literally shaping him up in a slant, but I promise you I wasn't. Just the way I had his his head angled. The camera was straight, but his head was like angled to the side. But as you can see, my liners is hidden. You just want to comb through, and you saw how he just stretched his forehead up. You never want to shape someone up when they're doing that. You always want to make them relax their forehead, so that you can shape them up in their forehead's natural state. And we are going to be enhancing his line with my enhancement machine, not fibers. I really don't use fibers. I really don't like fibers. I rather use the enhancement spray, the compressor airbrush. So we will be doing that. So we take our enhancement machine and we start enhancing his line. As you can see, his cowlick like throws everything off. So that's where we're going to be focusing on the enhancements at. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It is kind of hard to spray enhancements because the hairline can be straight, but if you spray the enhancements in an improper way, it can make the hairline appear crooked. So that's the one thing you do have to worry about. Right here we're going to start with the razor. Shout out Easy Blade. If you use my promo code the 4th Ken, you will get 10% off. Just head to that website that you can see on the screen right here, easybladeshavingproducts.com. But I'm stretching the skin. I keep my razor blade tucked. I don't like when it's completely exposed, just so I can get that clean ash line on any skin color, any texture of hair. So right here I'm just going in back into the haircut just to separate myself from other barbers. Detailing is key. You just want to detail the haircut. It only takes a couple seconds. Just detail it. I saw a part I wanted to hit with my razor right here, and as you can see, my Instagram popped up on my screen. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram and turn post notifications on so that you guys can be notified whenever I post a snippet of a video or post a video or post a picture, just anything. Just make sure you guys turn post notifications on for my YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it a lot. So as you guys can see, this is pretty much the cut. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you enjoyed. This is like a high undercut fade with an enhanced line with no C-cups, like a man bun fade. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow my boy Lixit Bixel. He did all the beats in this video and all my videos. And yeah, make sure you guys follow my Instagram at the 4th Ken. Please like, comment, subscribe. And it's the 4th Ken, and I'm out. Peace.